This is Lab 6, Supporting Authentication and Authorization, part of the Supporting Windows 8.1 Lab Manual in preparation for exam 7688. This is part of the Microsoft Official Academic course. This next series of videos will go over the exercises: requesting a digital certificate, creating a certificate template for virtual smart cards, configuring a domain password policy, configuring account lockout settings, configuring a password setting object, and managing Windows credentials. So we're going to get started with 6.1, requesting a digital certificate. And we're going to start by going into the RWDC. So in this exercise, we're going to install Certificate Authority and then request a digital certificate from the Certificate Authority. The mindset behind this is that for years, Windows has included a Certificate Authority that can be used to distribute digital certificates to clients. When combined with group policies, a Certificate Authority can automatically deploy certificates to all clients within the organization. So I'm going to go ahead and log it back in to RWDC01. So in this exercise, as in all exercises, we are using this password throughout. Okay, we're going to go into Manage, add Rules and Features. Here we're going to click on Next. On the Select Installation, we're going to click on Next. On the Select Destination, we're going to select Next. On the Select Server Roles page, we're going to add Active Directory Certificate Services. And then add Features. And Next. On the Select Features page, we're going to click on Next. On the Active Directory Certificate Services, we're going to click on Next. Here we have to select the role. We want Certification Authority, which is already checked. Certificate Enrollment Web Policy. Policy Web Service. And then Online Responder. Certificate Enrollment Policy Web Service. And then click on Next. And then Next again. And then Next. And Install. I'll pause the video while we wait for this to install. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and click on Close. And we want to configure the Active Directory Certificate servers. So on the credentials page, we're going to click on Next. On the Select Role Services to Configure page, we want to select Certification Authority, Online Responder, and Certificate Enrollment Web Service, and then select Next. On the Setup Type page, we want to ensure that Enterprise CA is selected, and it is, and then select Next. On the CA Type page, we want to ensure that Root CA is selected, and it is, and then select Next. On the Private Key page, we want to ensure Create a Private Key is selected, and it is, and we're going to click on Next. On the cryptography for CA, we're going to answer the following question, and then change the key length to 4096. The question is, what is the default key length? So now we're going to change it to 4096, and then select Next. On the CA name page, we're going to answer the following question. What is the default CA name? And then click on Next. On the validity page, we're going to answer the following question. What is the default validity period? And now we're going to change it to 10. And then click on Next. On the CA database page that displays what certificate database will be stored, we're going to answer the question, where is the default database and log file location, and why should caution be used here? Well, it's located here in the systems file. And why should caution be used? Anything that we place in the systems file is very important, so I'm going to have you research that question. I'm going to click on Next. On the authentication type for CEP, we're going to select Next. On the specify server authentication, we're going to choose and assign a certificate for SSL later. Select Next. On the configure page, we want to click on Configure. And I'll pause this while it waits, while it goes through its processes. If you're following along the lab manual and you're required to do so, you would take a print screen from this location. Now we're going to go ahead and click on Close. And next we're going to request a certificate using the certificate console. So to do that, we're going to log into Windows 8B. Okay, now we're going to log into Windows 8B as Contoso Administrator. I'm going to right click, Run, MMC. And from here we want to click on File and Add Remove Snap-in. Here we want to double click Certificates, cancel. Double click Certificates, click on My User Account, and then Finish, and then click on OK. And we're going to expand certificates to current. And then click on Personal. Now we want to right click Personal, go into All Tasks, and Request New Certificate. Here we're going to click on Next. On the Request Certificate page, we're going to click on User Certificate. We're going to click on Next here. And we want to choose User. And then Enroll. Now we'll go ahead and click on Finish. And we've already expanded the personal. We can see the certificates. You can also see the intended purpose. And if you're following along and you're required to do so, this would be where you would take your next screenshot. And this is the end of this exercise, so we're going to log out of Windows 8B. And this is the end of this exercise and the end of this lab. The next exercise, we'll be going into creating a certificate template for virtual smart cards.